Hi everyone. Let's talk about trauma. So this is a first video of a series of video we'll be doing on thoracic trauma. Here we'll talk about various conditions like flail chest, pneumothorax, uh, rib fracture, and all other conditions related to thoracic trauma. So this is the first video on thoracic trauma. Here we'll cover the basic introduction. So, first of all, I would like to start with some very important points which is mentioned in the Bailey textbook. So, according to Bailey, more than 50% of trauma death is due to thoracic trauma, and 80 percentage, almost 80 percentage of thoracic injuries can be conservatively managed, that is with the help of a chest tube. And about chest tube we'll talk about in the next videos which is upcoming. And it is this is very important question, that the serious consequence of thoracic trauma is hypoxia. And also the very important two questions which you should be knowing is about the most common cause of mortality of thoracic trauma. And under that, in case of blunt thoracic trauma, the most common of cause of mortality is a tracheobronchial injury. And in case of penetrating thoracic trauma, it is a hemothorax, which is due to the secondary to the pulmonary laceration. So, with this background, more than 50 percentage of trauma death comes from thoracic trauma, maybe directly or indirectly due to thoracic trauma, and 80 percentage of thoracic injuries which occur can be conservatively managed. And the most serious consequence of this thoracic trauma is a hypoxia. But the most common cause of mortality which comes in blunt thoracic trauma is a tracheobronchial injury, and in case of penetrating thoracic trauma is a hemothorax, which is secondary to pulmonary laceration. And also, you should know that a patient with a thoracic trauma, the first investigation of choice, that is, if at all we need to do any investigation, that it will be the X-ray of the chest, which is in the anterior posterior view. So this is a portable X-ray in the emergency, that is, we don't shift the patient. And also the role of EFAST in thoracic trauma. So this is a basic understanding. And now we'll talk about the thoracic injuries. So it is divided into two. We have the immediately life-threatening conditions of thoracic trauma, which should be detected during the primary survey, and we have the potentially life-threatening conditions, which should be detected during the secondary survey. So under immediately life-threatening, we have the airway obstruction, tension pneumothorax, pericardial tamponade, open pneumothorax, massive hemothorax, and the tracheobronchial injury. And in case of potentially life-threatening, comes the aortic injuries, the flail chest, myocardial contusion, rupture of diaphragm, esophageal injuries, and the pulmonary contusion. So this is latest updated thing, that is before the flail chest was under the immediately life threatening, but with the new update, flail chest has been removed from the immediately life threatening and goes to the potentially life threatening conditions, whereas tracheobronchial was under the potential life threatening, it comes under the immediately life threatening condition. So this is the overall interaction about the thoracic trauma, and the next videos will talk about all these conditions, like flail chest, rupture of ribs, pneumothorax, and each videos will be very short and precise, and all the informations which with respect to questions coming, and also what we should be knowing about each condition will be mentioned in all those videos. So thank you for your attention and stay tuned to next videos. Thank you.